home alone and you hear a knock, don't answer the door. That was my grandmother's one rule when she left me the family house. I thought it was just the rantings of an old woman. I didn't know how real the rule was until the other night. The house I inherited was deep in the forest, far from bustling city noises. Silence was the unspoken language here, except sometimes you would hear the owls. But the other night when I was sitting in the living room reading a book, that's when I heard it. There was a single knock at the front door. And then I remembered my grandmother's warning. If you're home alone and you hear one knock, don't answer the door. I looked over at my grandfather clock in the corner. It was midnight. I told myself that the knock was just a figment of my imagination. It was just the house settling, or a fallen branch against the door. But then it came again, a single solitary knock. But this time it sounded closer. I was panicking. I just stood there staring at the door. The third knock was so loud that it made the door rattle. There was no more denying it. Something was at the door. If you're home alone and you hear a knock at the door, don't answer it. This is part 2, so if you missed part 1, go back and watch that. The last thing I told you is I heard that knock. I held my breath, hoping that if there was something there, it would just leave. Minutes started to tick by, and then I heard it. It was so faint that part of me thought it wasn't even real. And I know you guys are dying to know what it said. Let me in. I was terrified, and that's when I remembered the attic. If I could make it up to the attic, there was a lock inside. As I ran up the stairs, I could hear the whispers growing louder. Once I got into the attic, I bolted the door shut. After a while, the whispering stopped. I didn't dare move. I didn't dare breathe. Minutes turned into hours, and soon the darkness of light started to turn into the morning glaze. I'm pretty sure Grandma's rule kept me alive, and now I fully understood it. The old house was not just a place of solitude. It was also home to something old, something terrifying. Whatever was on the other side was not of this world. So just remember Grandmother's rule.
Don't open your eyes. On the last day of every month, close the blinds or curtains before you sleep. If in the middle of the night you hear a tapping noise at your window, don't open your eyes. If you're one of the unlucky ones, you'll hear the pebble sound at your window. It's not a friend, just keep your eyes shut. The sound will get louder, the tapping will get faster and faster. Don't let your curiosity get the better of you. Don't move. It'll lose its patience, it'll start thumping the window. Your window will shake and shudder, and the noises will only get louder. It will furiously pound the window and shake the panes. Don't worry, the window won't break, but for goodness sake, don't open your eyes. No matter how scared you are, no matter how badly you